Hi, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to look at the second part of the Dessert Warrior series. These are the non-Boker knives. I've got first run donut knives from Microtech, Protech, Civivi, Crispy Donut Community, WE, and KNAFS brand. I've got more than usual today. Gonna jump right in. We'll finish the automatics first. There's two Microtechs, so I'll cover these. First is an out the side Microtech L.U.T, L-U.D.T. Most people know this knife. It's very popular. This was a limited run on the standard model. They only sold them in 2 small batches sometime around early 2023. These are discontinued. They're not going to make more. It's a Microtech, so top quality and USA made. Much like the previous Bokers, it's got a strong but very lightweight aluminum milled handle. The screws are steel and color-coded. The clip has a date on it, January 2023. This tells us it was part of the first batch, which sold out within minutes. They did make one other limited batch in March of 23, but that sold out in seconds. The screws are the same quality steel as the standard model, but they've got a color coating on them. The push button is purple, also no safety lock. It does take good pressure to release it, and I'm only going to do this once. The steel is premium, M390, much better than the Oz8 or the D2 on the Donut Bokers. The blade's 3.4 inches. It's a blue drop point, pretty standard on the LUTs. Extended, the knife is exactly 8 inches. And it's got a standard button release. This one comes with a lanyard out the box, and the clip is tip up. Very hard to find. These things barely exist. The only way this is losing value is if you throw it in your toolbox, so don't do that. Then I've got another Microtech. This one is an Ultratech SE OTF, or single edge out the front. Also a very iconic knife here. Most people are going to recognize this one on sight. It's an Ultratech, so highest quality, USA made. The handle is a T6 aircraft grade aluminum. The whole thing weighs just over 3 ounces, incredibly lightweight. The blade is double action, so same switch extends it and retracts it. It's also a Bowler M390 steel, top quality. 3¼ inch blade, 8.4 inches, fully extended. And the blade retracts with the same switch. And it's got this yellow windshield breaker, pretty standard on the Ultratechs. The date on the clip says October 2022, which means first run, first production, and as I understand, the only other ones were a second batch, which said November 2022. I don't have a lot of info really on those batches. All I could find, even when enlisting AI, was those two. There's supposed to be a December 22 batch, a third one, but I don't think it ever happened, and then they got discontinued. Next, I've got a Protech, and this is the Protech Godson, also a very popular blade. Not as carried as the Microtechs. These were a limited run, only available in early 2023. They're currently discontinued, so they won't be making any more, and I think they only made a few hundred of these. It does come with a pretty nice bag. These were available from 2 sources. There was the first run from BladeHQ.com, and then there was another batch made for Blade Show 2023 in Atlanta, which, as I understand, those had a red button. Mine from the website has a purple G10 button. And this blade, it's not painted like the Bokers. Rather, it's gone through what Protech calls a sapphire treatment. The steel itself is blue. The blade's a spear point, best for piercing and slicing. It's a little over 3 inches, still not California legal. Definitely an odd-looking knife, conversation starter for sure. And it's got a button release and a pocket clip. These are archived and discontinued as of 2023. Next, I have a knife produced from a team called the Crispy Donut Community, or CDC. This is their most popular knife. It's called the Hanson. It's a liner lock flipper with a thumb stud. They included this packet of stickers, and I think that's a POG or a challenge coin. This is the CDC Hanson pattern. I don't know what else to call this style. I think everything they make is kind of donut related, so this just may be the Hanson. The handle is G10. and it's got these cutaway sprinkles for grip. I really like it. I think they did a great job with the handle. Also, it's got both a thumb stud for manual open, and it's also a flipper. The flipper is really tough for me to flip. Maybe it's just my hands. Maybe just because it's brand new. The blade is a black D2 steel, and it's got a single liner lock. I don't know anything about the production of these, where it came from, or if they're going to make more. I'll put some links in the description if you want to check them out. And next then, I've got the Civivi Elementum. I've actually got two of these, just the same. These are BladeHQ exclusives. They make the Elementum 2 now, so they're unlikely to make any more of these. Comes with a cloth case and a bunch of junk. Pink sprinkle scales on a cake batter liner. The handle is a pink G10. There's no thumb stud here. The flipper is very easy though. And the blade's a blue painted D2. This is a mid-range knife. The blade is 3 inches. The handle closed is 4, so 7 inches extended. It's got a cake batter liner lock, also very easy to release. The Elementum 2 is a button release. This one is slightly smaller and lighter than the Elementum 2. And these Desert Warriors, they were the first or early runs as well. And this next knife, this is an early or first production Desert Warrior based on the Ben Peterson Banter knife from We Knife. Ben had a popular knife show called Ben Banters. He designed the original Banter knife with We. This one's a thumb stud opener. The stud is purple titanium. The handle is G10, same design here. I like the compact size on this. No flipper. If you notch it, you can flip it. It's got a wide blade, flat grind. The steel is S35VN, which is high quality and justifies the price on these. It's got a cake batter liner lock. And this was a limited version, also discontinued after a run or two and no longer made. Ben Peterson went on to co-found KNAFS brand with his wife, and they made what's considered one of the best budget EDC knives, which is the Lander 1. This knife is made to fast swap scales, and the scales on this are the donuts, not the knife itself. So the blade itself is the standard stonewashed S35VN high-quality steel. Standard KNAFS Lander 1, also designed by Ben Peterson, so it's very similar to the Banter. I don't know where these scales came from. I can't find them anywhere, not on BladeHQ or Chroma. I like the design with the frosting on the cake batter. I think it's the best looking one and probably the most inexpensive that I have. Simple thumb stud, no flipper. And just like the Banter, it moves very soft, like butter. And that's going to be the end of the donut knives. I have a bunch of other non-knife donut stuff that's related. I'm going to have one more quick video on miscellaneous donut items. I'll just need to document them and what they are and their conditions. So yeah, thanks for watching. I know with these, you either love them or you hate them. I'm a big fan, especially the ones which are like first and limited runs, the ones that are no longer available. Very soon, I'm going to be back to vintage knives. So if you'd like to see more from my late father's knife collection, feel free to subscribe and join me, or check out some of my other videos.